Previously on
セイントミカエル女子学園ですわ。
さぞやすごいご両親なんでしょうね。ミヤさんのところは。
Oh, bitch slapper.
ミヤさん？
Oh. Wait, I'm sorry, what? Until a moment ago, it seemed like she was having fun taking shots at me. But now she had a clearly displeased look at her face.
ちょっとミヤさん。
Oh no! I guess she got problems too. I'm sorry, Miya-chan! No! She left quietly without responding!
なんなのよ急に。
Once school let out, I finally found Miya-san on her usual bench in the center courtyard. Miya-chan! I looked here a dozen times during the afternoon, but she was never there.
やっぱり移動してるんだわ。まだまだ私の知らないミヤさんの隠れ場所があるのかもしれないわ。ミヤさん。
Obviously, I was a little worn out. I was out of breath, and my throat was dry.
お疲れ様リサさん。よかったらこれどうぞ。
She poured some tea from the nearby pot and held it out to me. So you're gonna give it the tea this time, right? You're not gonna bail again, right? Right?
ありがとうミヤさん。
I was so thirsty. I took it without thinking.
これすごく美味しいわ。そうでしょう。これ私のお気に入りの紅茶なのよ。こんな美味しいの初めてかも。おかわりはいかが？
Yes, please.
そうね、いただき。ってダメダメ、そんな手には乗らないわよ。もう遠慮はいらないのに。とっても美味しそうに飲んでいたのに。真面目なクラス委員長さ。格だわ。いくら喉が渇いていたからって敵から賄賂を受け取るなんて。
It's not. Girl, just accept it. Damn.
賄賂ってお茶一杯でそこまで大げさにならなくても。
Exactly.
いいえ、危うく流されてしまうところだったわ。
I couldn't forget the real reason I was here.
ミヤさん、授業1時間しか受けないとかふざけてないかしら。そうね。
She poured another cup of tea, which she started to drink herself. She appeared to be enjoying a carefree tea time. Where did her composure come from?
それで続きはリサさん。
Given the current mood, especially now that I'd drank her tea, I felt like complaining wasn't going to accomplish much.
いいわ。今日は諦めたわ。もう授業も終わったし。そうね。それじゃ私も帰るわね。
She put away the teapot and stood up.
しょうがないか。あ、そうだわ。
Without thinking, I called out to her.
ミヤさん、急いでないのならちょっとお話ししない？
Oh!
リサさんが私と？そうよ。用事があるなら諦めるけれど、たまにはいいでしょ？
Is this a date? You asking her out? What?
まあ。でもお説教だったらすぐ帰るわよ。それはしません。
I said so plainly, so Miya-san nodded her head and took a seat next to me. Oh. Oh? I wanted to get to know her better. With that goal in mind, I started talking to her about all sorts of things. About school, about our classmates. The conversation wandered randomly.
そんなにリサさんは学校が好きなの？好きっていうと皆勤賞を狙っているから休みたくないのよ。
Miya-san looked at me as though she was regarding some unusual creature.
らしいといえばらしいんだけど。だってね、委員に仕事をしたり解禁だったりすると先生の受けがいいから就職や進学に有利だったりするのよ。それで
Yeah, and then?
だったら狙うのが当然でしょ。私これまでそんなこと考えたこともなかったわ。というよりこの美化所でもそんな考え方をする人っているのね。まあ美化所の場合、卒業後はそのままエスカレーターで上の学校に進むか、親の仕事関係の会社に就職するか、お見合いするか、そういう人が多いけれど。
Maybe there were many people who gave much thought to their permanent record. But given that I didn't have any connections, I had to work extra hard. I'd seen all the hardship my mom had gone through. It was never too early to start acting with your future in mind. True that!
そうね。本当にのんびりしてるものね、ここの人たちは。ミヤさん。
She had a far off look in her eyes. What kind of school had she attended before this? I was really curious, so I just blurted out the question.
ミヤさんは美化所に来る前はどこの学校に通っていたの？私は
The name she said was an extremely well-known preparatory school. I was nothing short of surprised.
ミヤさん、なぜそんな超進学校からこの美化所に来たの？それは言いたくないわ。
What?
そう、わかったわ。
Somehow, an atmosphere of tension had developed between us. Oh,
その学校にいた時、何か嫌なことでもあったのかしら。
but I couldn't push the issue any further. Even so, I still wanted to know a little bit more about Miya-chan. For example, what her day-to-day life was like, or her family.
ねえ、ミヤさんのご両親は何をしている方なの？
Touchy subject. Yep. Yep. When she heard that, her mood seemed to get even worse.
そういえば前にもご両親のことを聞いて彼女の機嫌を損ねたような。どうしてそんなことを聞くの？リサさん。
Oh shit.
それはもっとミヤさんのことが知りたいからよ。ちゃんと知りたいのよ。余計なお世話よ。そんな。
The air suddenly turned frigid. The intensity of rejection coming from her was like a wall.
リサさん、もうあまり私につきまとわないで。
No! No! Miya-san!
そんな、ミヤさん。
She spoke with a harshness I had never heard from her before. I was so shocked, I couldn't even say anything.
私、失礼するわ。
No! No! As I watched her walk swiftly away, it was a long time before I was able to move from the bench. No! Risa-chan! Miya-chan!
別にあんな言い方するつもりじゃなかったのに。
Damn it, girl! I had finally managed to have an ordinary conversation with Risa-chan. It was precisely what I had been hoping for some time now. My wish was finally granted today.
彼女は、リサさんは別に普通の話をしてきただけよ。それなのに、私ったら。
Girl, don't be sad. You still have a chance. You know? Yeah. Don't worry. Don't worry. Risa-chan understands, I think. Hopefully, yeah. Girl, you got this. She had no knowledge of my situation, so she certainly didn't mean anything by it. She just asked a harmless, innocent question concerning my parents. In my head, I knew that was all it was.
でもだけど
Whenever my parents were mentioned, I found it difficult to control my feelings. It was extremely painful.
リサさん
What on earth did she think of me now? Just thinking about it made my heart ache. Oh! I wouldn't have been feeling this way if it had been anyone else. Oh!
リサさんごきげんよ
Hey, go yo, girl.
うごきげんよ
My classmates were politely exchanging greetings. It was a common sight every morning. The only thing that was different was me.
昨日はずいぶん怒らせてしまったわねミヤさんを
It's okay. It's okay, girl. It's okay. That just made me want to know about her even more. Good. The only reason I had asked her about her parents was because I was kind of curious. I never could have imagined she could or would refuse as strongly as she did. This whole morning, I felt pretty dejected.
まだ怒っているかしら
I hoped she would show up like usual. I entered the classroom, but it was no surprise that Miya-chan wasn't there. Usually she would just leave her bag behind, but that was missing too. Oh shit!
もしかして本当に来ていないの
Growing concerned, and without thinking, I asked one of my habitually early classmates if she knew anything.
ミヤさんは今日まだ来てないのかしらミヤさんですかそういえば今朝はまだ見かけておりませんわね
Shit!
そうありがとう
I was getting worried, but maybe she was just running late instead of skipping.
でももしかして
What if she hadn't come because of what happened yesterday? She was in such a bad mood. What if that was why she didn't come to school today?
いろいろ考え出したらすごく不安になってきたわ
Maybe I was just worrying too much about her. Maybe she was just a bad egg who had gone from skipping class to skipping school entirely.
堕落していくだけじゃ済まないわ
My vision grew dim.
リサさん顔色が悪いようですけど平気ですか
Give me some rooms, girl. I need space.
本当だわ。保健室に行かれた方がよろしいのでは？
Actually, that might be a good idea.
平気です
What, girl? No.
でも
Listen to girl C. I was usually careful not to do anything or that would worry my classmates. But I didn't have that kind of composure right now, and I quietly took my seat.
ミヤさんお願いだから早く来てよ
皆さん、ごきげんよう。
Hey, go yo, teach. In the midst of everything, the teacher had arrived. She began talking the morning attendance.
綾瀬さんは、あら、いないの？誰か見ていないかしら？
Silence. Nobody spoke up to respond.
ねえ。今朝、正門で綾瀬さんの家の車見かけたのに。
What? I had seen a car come to drop off and pick up Miya-san several times, as they did with many of the students at school.
それなのに来ていないやっぱり私のせい
あ、安住さん、どうなさったのですか？
Oh, what? Risa-chan.
私ごめんなさい失礼します
Oh, Risa-chan. I rushed out of the classroom, unable to simply sit and do any or nothing. Whoa, Risa-chan.
もう授業が始まる前にサボってしまったら皆勤賞がもらえなくなるかもでも
But there was no way I could have sat still and paid attention to the lesson.
だってこんなこと初めてじゃないのミヤさん
She had to have been at school. If I could just find her like I always did. I searched each and every one of Miya-san's favorite places to hang out when she was cutting class. Oh! The empty classrooms, near the assembly hall, the schoolyard and the gymnasium. I searched high and low until the only place left was Miya-san's most favorite spot of all, the bench in the central courtyard.
ここにいなかったらも
However,
ういないわ。
oh god, I even went all the way to the back where there were hardly any signs of life. But Miya-san was nowhere to be found.
荷物もないし、もしかして校内にはいないの？
I wasn't prepared for this, and I felt all the strength drained from my body.
一回学校に来てるのに、そのまま行方不明だなんて。もう心配でたまらないじゃない。
I really wanted to know that she was just cutting class somewhere on campus like she always did. If that's all it was, then
どうしよ
maybe I should just go back to the classroom. No! Search! Girl! You! Got this! Or maybe I should keep looking for Miya-san, yes! If I went back now and explained the situation to the teacher, she might still let me off the hook. After all, she was the one who had asked me to watch out for Miya-san.
う。今ならまだ皆勤賞を。
Fuck the Kaikin show, girl! Risa-chan! Fuck the Kaikin show! I suddenly looked up at the school building. Class was still in session, so it was incredibly quiet. I was just about to take a step back towards the building when I shook my head. No, this wasn't right.
あーもう本当に何やってるのかしら私って。
I couldn't hold back my feelings. I couldn't hold back my urge any longer.
ミヤさんのバカ見つけたら思いっきり文句言ってやるんだから。
I rushed out of the school, running as fast as I could.
ミヤさん
Alright then. I mean, I shouldn't laugh, but yeah, sure.
I ran up and down the streets, aimlessly. I didn't have the first clue where Miya-san would go.
昼間から学生が時間を潰せそうなところは公園とかかしら。
There were several parks that I knew of in the area. A cafe where she could relax and have tea. A bookstore. A corner store. I tried every place I could think of. But no matter where I looked, Miya-san was nowhere to be found.
お願いよ早く見つかって。
I got a text message from one of my classmates. It read, whatever. You really weren't feeling well, weren't you?
そういえば顔色悪いなんて心配今までされたことなかったわね。
It was good that my sudden departure from the classroom hadn't aroused any suspicion, at least. Right now, I just wanted to focus on finding Miya-san.
もうあとはどこに行けばいいのよ。
Oh! I almost felt like crying! Risa-chan! From anxiety, from worry, from hopelessness.
ミヤさんもうどこにいるのよ。
I told myself to stop whining. No more than ever. I need to stay calm and focused.
こんな時間に迎えの車を呼べるわけないから徒歩で行ける場所のはず。絶対遠くには行っていないわ。あと探してないところは
Maybe the shopping district near the station. But someone Hanging around there in the middle of the day wearing a St. Mikhail uniform would be even more likely to stand out. That's why I've been ignoring that area.
でもミヤさんなら堂々としていそうよね。
Dragging my exhausted body along, I headed toward the station.